This exploration delves into the core of the perceived division between the natural and spiritual worlds, holding that the perceived differences are rooted not in fundamentally distinct realities, but in the nature of the minds that perceive them. By examining the limitations of natural perception, particularly its reliance on sensory experience and spatial thinking, we will uncover how the conclusions drawn from the natural sciences, while valuable in their own right, can obscure the underlying interconnectedness of all things. In this exploration, we'll seek to transcend these limitations, revealing the profound unity between the natural and spiritual realms, and illustrating how both are ultimately sustained by the continual influx of divine life. The natural and spiritual worlds, while distinct in their manifestations, share an essential likeness that stems from the forms of the minds to which they are present. The primary difference between these worlds lies in the nature of the minds perceiving them, spiritual minds and natural minds, along with the relative advancement in their regenerate life. This intrinsic similarity underscores the profound interconnectedness between the two realms, both receiving the influx of divine life. In the spiritual world, inhabitants recognize divine life as the source of everything they perceive. They understand that their conscious experiences and the world around them are manifestations of this continual divine influx. This perception aligns with their interior spiritual awareness, allowing them to see beyond mere appearances to the underlying spiritual truths. However, those rooted in natural thought often lack this interior perception. Without knowledge of spiritual laws, their understanding is confined to what their senses reveal. Consequently, their thought processes lead them to the opposite conclusion, that their thoughts and emotions are self-evolved, and that the external world exists independently of them, just as they believe they exist independently of their Creator once created. This fundamental fallacy is perpetuated by the conclusions drawn from the natural sciences. Scientists, thinking within the constraints of space and time, observe facts and deduce that objects possess an actual external existence. This spatial thinking reinforces the erroneous belief that the physical world is separate and self-sustaining, independent of the mind and divine influence. The senses, limited in their scope, fail to convey the deeper reality that conscious life is an effect of the ongoing influx of divine life. Without a higher, open perception within the mind, the natural man remains unaware of this truth. The senses provide a fragmented picture, asserting only that the physical world and the individual's existence are separate and autonomous. To truly grasp the interconnected nature of the natural and spiritual worlds, one must transcend the limitations of sensory perception and spatial thinking. Recognizing that objects and experiences in both realms are dependent on the mind as the medium for creation reveals the profound unity underlying all existence. This understanding aligns with the spiritual view that all life and reality continuously emanate from the divine, reshaping our perception of the world and our place within it. Understanding the interconnected nature of the natural and spiritual worlds requires a profound shift in perception. While the natural mind tends to view reality through the lens of space and time, believing in the independent existence of objects and life, the spiritual mind recognizes the continuous influx of divine life as the true source of all experiences and phenomena. This awareness reveals that the apparent differences between the natural and spiritual worlds are merely reflections of the varying states of mind perceiving them. By transcending the limitations of sensory perception and embracing the deeper truths of spiritual laws, we can uncover the fundamental unity that binds all existence, ultimately leading to a more enlightened and holistic understanding of our place in the universe.